Welcome to the worship of Sri Ramakrishna on his birthday. The Bhagavad Gita says, the Lord is unborn, eternal, imperishable, infinite. But he and she are born by subjugating their own power, which is called Maya. They appear like us, live like us, suffer like us, and yet their minds are so elevated. At the same time, they set up a mold for humanity to emulate. They give teachings that are compatible with the development of human beings and their strengths and weaknesses for this age. Worship or puja is the idea of joining the individual soul with the Supreme Soul. Yet we know that the individual soul is composed of three main coverings: the physical, the subtle, and the causal. And behind that is the individual soul. If this is true in the individual, this also has to be true in the cosmos. The universe, the world, has a physical aspect, a subtle aspect, which is the mind and vital forces, and it has a causal aspect, and behind that is the Supreme Soul. Puja wants us to join the individual soul with the Supreme Soul. And in order to keep all these three coverings quiet and peel them off, this is the object of puja. So the various rituals symbolize we are trying to still the gross world, the physical world, the subtle world, the causal world, and be united with God. That being said, the puja has also, the worship also has a secondary benefit. It quells the waves of birth and death. Until, Sri Ramakrishna says, until we attain knowledge, one has to come again and again to learn your lessons, that the individual is part of the universal. And also, every worship has got two aspects: the external, which you will see, and then the internal, which I will see. However, I'll try to explain what goes on inside. So this composite worship is symbolic of all of us joining to the Supreme Soul. I am representative of you all. So you too will be participating in this worship, as well as it is the worship of the cosmos. The principal idea is one has to be a god to worship God. And that is done by awakening one's own divinity through the various mantras and various mudras, that is, gestures, and various articles. This, in brief, is what is called worship. It is an evolution of very ancient fire sacrifices that used to be done for 5,000 years. So we are having a tradition of more than 5,000 years, and it has been refined over the ages till we come here. Raka?
On page 20.
Om Stapakaracha Dharmasya Sarvadharmasvarupine Avatar Varishtaya Ramakrishnaya Te Namaha.
Sri Badone Mamavani Pariganga Sholile Brahmamai Galamadin Takato Nahidile Pole Brahmamai Galamadin Takato Nahidile Eşeçenotun Manuş Degdi Jodi Ay chole Eşeçenotun Manuş Degdi Jodi Ay chole Nashtika Gani Nare Sharagatay Shikale Jai Kali Jai Krishna Nam Ved Akmule Jai Kali Jai Krishna Nam Ved Akmule Shechenotun Manush Degdi Jodi Ay chole Shechenotun Manush Degdi Jodi Ay chole Aqua water pani parinam dei chale Allagari shamusha kalinam vede bale Allagari shamusha kalinam vede bale Eşeçenotun manuş degdi jodi ay chole Eşeçenotun manuş degdi jodi ay chole Binodani gani mani bicharai jadi kule Apon hara pagol para sharone harile Apon hara pagol para sharone harile Eşeçenotun manuş degdi jodi ay chole Eşeçenotun manuş degdi jodi ay chole Dubahu tuliye dake aire tora ay chole Toder tare kripa kore boshe achi virale Joton kori pare tori bedeci vaber kule Eşeçenotun manuş degdi jodi ay chole Eşeçenotun manuş degdi jodi ay chole
You read the English also.
I'll read the translation. Behold the new man who has come amongst us. he possesses two virtues, discrimination and dispassion. Immersing himself in the river Ganga, he cries, Mother, O Mother Brahmamayi, the days are passing in vain. Why have thou not granted me thy vision yet? To the atheists and the ignorant, he teaches in simple words that he who is Krishna is Kali also. Just as people who speak different languages denote the same substance as aqua, water, pani, or bari, similarly, they call the same divine being by different names, as Allah, God, Christ, Moses, or Kali. He does not discriminate between poor, rich, wise, or respectable, nor does he discriminate between race or class. Forgetful of himself and mad with divine love, he looks upon everyone guilelessly as the same. With open arms, he calls everyone. He says, Oh, please come to me. I am waiting to ferry you across the ocean of relative existence.
In the meantime, I was purifying each and every article. It was meant for worship. I was purifying the seat. I was purifying the very earth so that it becomes stable. I was also purifying the quarters, the various elementals that could disturb this space, warding off all evil influences, etc. Also, we are protecting this place through all the gods, and we are invoking them to protect this place. Then the worshipper protects himself and calls on the powers of the universe to enable the worshipper to worship correctly. After the physical elements, both individual and collective, are purified, then the purification of the individual life forces is done through pranayama. Prana. Prana is not just breath. Prana is the vital force that enlivens everything in the universe, from the smallest atom to the highest galaxies. And it's felt mostly in our bodies and mostly in our lungs. Prana and ayama is to control. So it's not controlling a breath, it's controlling the very vital forces that enliven the universe. Next, we purify the inner person, the subtle mind, and that is by breaking apart all the old memories and raising one's own kundalini right up to the 1,000-petal lotus in the head by meditating on a passage called the Sushumna. Om Bhuta Shringata Chiram Sushumna Patena Mula Shringar Ullassolasa Jvala jvala prajvala prajvala soham hamsa swaha. Om bhuta shringata shira shushumna patena Mula Shringatam Mulla Solasa Jvala Jvala Prajvala Prajvala Soham Hamsa Swaha. Om Yang Linga Shariram Shoshaya Shoshaya Swaha. Om Rang Sankocha Shariram Daha Daha Swaha. Om Paramashiva Shushumna Patena Mula Shringatam Mulla Solasa Jvala Jvala Prajvala Prajvala Soham Hamsa Swaha. Soham, Soham, Soham. This is the identification with the deity one worships. Ang ring krong yang rang lang bang shang shang sang hong hangsa Sri Ramakrishna Devataya prana iha prana Ang ring krong yang rang lang bang shang shang sang hong hangsa Sri Ramakrishna Devataya Jiva iha stita ang ring krong yang rang lang wang shang shang sang hong hangsa Sri Ramakrishna Devataya sarvendriyani ang ring krong yang rang lang wang shang shang sang hong hangsa Sri Ramakrishna Devataya vang manaschakshu shrotra grana prana iha gatyam sukam chiram tishtantu swaha. This is the creation of a new inner body, where the old has died and we create a new one so that we can worship. Om asya matrika mantrasya brahma rishi gayatri chanda devi matrika saraswati halo bijani swara shaktaya avyaktam kilakam sarvavishta siddhai lipinyasi viniyoga Om brahmane rishaye namah Om gayatri chandase namah Om matrika saraswate devatayai namah Om halbhyo bijebhyo namah Om svarebhyo shaktibhyo namah Om avyaktam kilakaya namah. Om etad gandhadibhyo namah Om etadadipate devaya vishnave namah Om etat sampradhanebhyo pujaniya devebhyo namah. This is to invoke all the gods in all the regions to come here and be present and witness this worship. Next, we worship all the universal consciousness which is in all beings, including the gods. Om Namo Vivasvate Brahman Bhasvate Vishnu Tejase Jagat Savitre Suche Savitre Karmadayani Om Esha Arga Shri Suryaya Namaha. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Etat Gandha Pushpe Shri Gurave Namaha. I worship all the gurus and all the incarnations and all the minor gods and all the major gods and everybody in between. Om Ganeshadi Panchadevata Bhyo Namaha. Om Ganganeshaya Namaha. Om Eteganda Pushpe Shri Shivaya Namaha. Om Eteganda Pushpe Shri Suryaya Namaha. Om Eteganda Pushpe Narayanaya Namaha. Om Ring Eteganda Pushpe Jaya Durga Yai Namaha. Om Eteganda Pushpe Adityadi Navagrahebhyo Namaha. Om Etegandhapushpe Indradi Dashadikpalebhyo Namaha. Om Etegandhapushpe Kalyadi Dashama Vidyabhyo Namaha. Om Etegandhapushpe Matsyadi Dashavtarebhyo Namaha. Om Etegandhapushpe Sarvebhyo Devebhyo Namaha. Om Etegandhapushpe Sarvabhyo Devibhyo Namaha. Om Akaradi Panchashad Varnebhyo Namaha. Om Pratipade Titibhyo Namaha. Om Shukla Pakshaya Namaha. Om Krishna Pakshaya Namaha. Om Amavasyayai Namaha. Om Purnimayai Namaha. Om Pramattam Shakti Sangyuktam Banakyam Cha Mahaprabham Kamabanan Vitandevam Samsara Dahanakshamam Shringaradi Rasollasam Banakyam Parameshwaram Evam Dhyata Banalingam Yajetam Paramam Shivam. This is the worship of the imperishable reality behind all the manifestations of divine, human, subhuman, everything. Trambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukumiva bandhanat mrityur mukshiyamamritat. This is to ward death which is untimely. Om Ring Pita Shakti Bhyo Namah. Om Ring Pita Devata Bhyo Namaha. I invite all the gods, universal gods, to come inside me now and be established in it. Om Aing Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ramakrishna Nama Ityasya Mantrasya Brahma Rishi Gayatri Chanda Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ramakrishna Devata Rishyadinyasa Vinyoga Om Brahmane Rishaye Nama Om Gayatri Chanda Se Namaha Om Aing Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ramakrishna Namaha Aing Angustabhyam Namaha Rang Tarjanibhyam Swaha Mam Madhyamabhyam Aushat Kring Namikabhyam Hum Kshan Kanishtabhyam Aushat Aing Ram Kirtar Prishtabhyam Astraya Fat Aing Hridayaya Namah Rang Shirase Swaha Mam Shikaya Aushat Kring Kavachaya Hum Kshan Kanishtabhyam Aushat Netrabhyam Aushat Aing Ram Kirtar Prishtabhyam Astraya Fat Om Aing Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ram Krishnaya Namah Om. Next is a silent meditation on Sri Ramakrishna. You can watch Sri Ramakrishna's picture for a while, then close your eyes and visualize that picture within you. Om Hridaya Kamala Madhye Rajitam Nirvikalpam Sada Sada Kila Bhedatitameka Swarupam Prakriti Vikriti Shunyam Nityamananda Murti Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajama Nirupamamati Sukshmam Nishprapancham Niriham Gagana Sadrishamisham Sarvabhuta-divasam Triguna-rahita Satchit Brahma-rupam Varenyam Vimala-paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajama Vitaritum avatirnam jnana bhakti prashanti pranaya galita chittam jiva dukkha sahishnum drita sahaja samadhim chinmayam komalangam Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajama. Om Ramakrishnaya Vidmahe Gadadharaya Dhimahi Tanno Deva Prachodayat. Om. Next, I do the entire process in my mind. Om Hritpadmasanam Dadyat Sahasrachutamamritai Padyam Charanayor Dadyat Manastvargam Nivedayet Tenamritena Chmaniyam Snaniyam Tena Chasmitam Akashatattvam Vastram Syad Gandhatatvakam Chittam Prakalpayet Pushpam Dhupam Pranam Prakalpayet Tejastatvam Chadipartham Naivedyam Syat Sudam Buddhi Anahata Dhvanir Ghanta Vayutatvam Chachamaram Sahasraram Bhavet Chatram Shabdatatvam Chagitakam Nityamindriya Karmani Chanchalyam Manasastata Sumekalam Padmamalam Nana Pushpam Vidum Tata Amaya Dhair Bhava Pushpair Archayed Bhava Gocharam Amayam Anahankaram Aragam Amadam Tata Amohakam Adambam Cha Adveksha Kshobhakau Tata Amatsaryam Alobam Cha Dasha Pushpam Vidurbuddha Ahimsa Paramam Pushpam Pushpam Indriya Nigraha Daya Pushpam Kshama Pushpam Jnana Pushpam Cha Panchamam Iti Panchadashair Bhava Pushpair Sampujayet Shivam. Om Gange cha Jamane chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhum Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. Om Tirte Bhyo Namah. Now I invite all the waters, sacred waters of the world to come here and be present. Om Sri Ramakrishna Shananga Devata Bhyo Namaha. Sri Ramakrishna Ya Gacha Ya Yatishta Ya Sannideya Sannideya Sannirudasvair Sannirudasva Ya Sammukho Bhavai Sammukho Atradishtanam Kurumama Pujam Grihanam. This is praying to Sri Ramakrishna to be established here and to accept our worship. And since we have invited Sri Ramakrishna, we honor him with various articles ending with the food. Vam etasmai rajatasanaaya namah. Om etagandha pushpe rajatasanaaya namah. Om etagandha pushpe etadadipate devaya vishnave namaha. Om yasyas darshanamichanti deva swabishta siddhaye tasmai te parameshana swagatam swagatam te adyame safalam janma jivanam safalakriya swagatam yatvaya tanme tapasam falamagatam. Om Aing Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ram Krishnaya Swagatam Suswagatam. Vam etasmai padhyam sarvadeva devi swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya namaha. Om yad bhakti lesha samparkat paramananda samplave tasmai te parameshana padyam shuddhaya kalpata. Om aing etat padyam sarvadeva devi swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya namaha. Om durvakshata samayuktam vilvapatram tataparam shobhanam shankapatrastam grihanargam maheshwaram. Om aing eshamarga sarvadeva devi swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya svadha. Vam etasmai achamaniyam udakam sarvadeva devi swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya svadha. Om mandakinya dadvari sarva papahram shubham grihanam achamaniyam tvam maya bhaktya niveditam. Om aing Shri Ramakrishnaya namaha. Vam etasmai tailaya namaha. Om sneham grihanam snehena lokanam hitakarika sarvalokeshu shuddhastvam dadami sneham uttamam. Om aing sarvadeva devi swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya namaha. Om idam sushilam svari swacham shuddham manoharam snarantam me bhaya maya bhaktya kalpitam pratigriyatam. Om esha snanarthodakam sarvadeva devi swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya namaha. Vam etasmai vasraya namaha. Om maya chitrapata chinna nija guyat uttamam niravara vijnana vasaste kalpayamyam. Om vaim idam vastram sarvadeva devi swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya nivedayami. Om idam uttariyam sarvadeva devi swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya nivedayami. Abharanam nivedayami sarvadeva devi swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya namaha. Om Eshagandha sarvadeva devi swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya namaha. We are offering all the best things in the world symbolically, which represents the very elements that are found in the cosmos. So it is using the articles which the world has given us and which represents the part of that world, and we are offering it to the Lord. We are offering, as it were, the cosmos and all which is in it, one by one to the Lord. Om Eshadupa Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya namaha. Om Eshadeepa Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya namaha. etasmai sopakara naivedhyaya namaha. Vam etasmai sopakara naivedhyaya namaha. Fat, yang, rang, vam, Om Amritopastaranamasi Swaha. This is to make the food immortal, because an immortal entity can only have something that is immortal, and the prasad that we take will make us pure and immortal. Om Pranaya Swaha, Om Apanaya Swaha, Om Vyanaya Swaha, Om Udanaya Swaha, Om Samanaya Swaha. Meditate on Sri Ramakrishna as if he is accepting all these offerings. And it has been proved over and over again, a ray of light used to emerge from his third eye and touch all the food that has been offered to him. Om Amritopastaranamasi Swaha, Om Amritopidanamasi Swaha. Om Idam Panarthodakam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya Nivedayami. Om Punarachmaniyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya Swada. Om Idam Tambulam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya Nivedayami. Om Idam Pushpam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya Namaha. Om Idam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Sri Ramakrishna Sharanga Devatabhyo Namaha. Om Aing Ring Sarvadeva Devi Swarupinye Sri Sharda Devai Namaha. Om Aing Idam Pushpam Sri Ramakrishna Avarana Devatabhyo Namaha. Please offer mentally flowers whom we feel we are close to, and those who are in distress or suffering. Please pray for all the victims in the wars and earthquakes and floods and fires May they all find peace. Please pray for the welfare of all beings who are in pain so that they can endure pain.
We'll sing Ramakrishna Charana Sharaje on page 26. Yes.
Ramakrishna Charana Sharaje Majare Mana Madhubamo Ramakrishna Charana Sharaje Majare Mana Madhubamo Ramakrishna Kandake Abrita Vishaya Ketaki Kandake Abrita Vishaya Ketaki Tekona Tahe Vivor Ramakrishna Charana Sharaje Majare Mana Madhubamor Ramakrishna Janama Bharana Vishama Vyadi Nirabadi Kata Shahiveyar Prema Bijusha Piare Sripade Prema Bijusha Piare Sripade Bhaveri Jatona Rabinator Ramakrishna Charana Sharaje Majare Mana Madhubamor Ramakrishna Dharma Shukha Dukha Shanti Jala Danda Kala Maji Nahi Nishar Gyana Kripane Parama Jatani Gyana Kripane Parama Jatani Katore Karamado Ramakrishna Charana Sharaje Majare Ramakrishna Nam Balare Badane Moheri Jamini Aive Bhar Dushapana Jala Rabena Rabena Dushapana Jala Rabena Rabena Chute Jave Dor Ghumeri Ghor Ramakrishna Sharara Sharaje Majore Mana Madhupamo Ramakrishna.
These five represent the five elements. This is air, cloth is space, flower is earth, the water is the waters, and the lights are all the lights in the universe. And by waving it also to you all, it's that Ramakrishna there in every one of us. It's not only in the picture. So we are worshipping that Ramakrishna as dwelling in all beings. Yeah.
The translation for the song we just sang. Ramakrishna, Lord, at thy lotus feet, receive my mind, that wandering bee. Vainly, how vainly it tastes of earth's flowers. The sweetness, the nectar are only in thee. The cycles of birth and death are terrible predicaments. How long will thou endure them? Drink the nectar of love for his holy feet. Then the pain and suffering of this world will vanish forever. There is no escape from the dual throng of suffering and enjoyment, pain and peace. With the sword of knowledge, carefully sever the ties of your karma. Repeat the holy name of Sri Ramakrishna. Then the night of delusion will change into dawn. Your nightmares will be over, and you will shake off the lingering sleep of ignorance.
Please hold the flowers. Think about everything that you have done in life, all the good things and all the bad things, all the things you should have done and did not do. And we will offer it after a prayer to Sri Ramakrishna. Has everybody got it? Om. Please close your eyes. Om. Idam prana buddhir deha dharma dikarato jagrat swapna shushuptyavastasu manasa vacha karmana hastabhyam udarena shirshna yat kritam yaduktam tadvratam brahmarpanam bhavatu swaha mam madiyam cha sakalam Sri Ramakrishnaya samarpaye. whatever I have done with my body, with my vital forces, with my mind, with my intelligence, with all the members of the body in the waking state or the dream state or the deep sleep state. I offer this in the fire of sacrifice called Brahman. May everything that I have done till now be as an offering to the Lord. Om, peace, peace, peace. Those who are in the front can come and keep the flowers here, and that will be offered to the Lord. Yeah, just make pranams with the hands because it's a kind of long queue. So offer it and yes, fold your hands. Just make pranams with folded hands. In the meantime, when everybody is now offering everything here, we'll just speak a little about Sri Ramakrishna. One of the greatest mysteries in the universe is how can the infinite reality become finite? It has broken all philosophies. I mean, they have vexed philosophies, theologies are vexed over this. How can the infinite become the finite and embody like us? That's important. And there are various shades of discussions found in all the scriptures because they have to wrestle with how this God can ever come and become embodied. Sri Ramakrishna has eased, as they say, a burden of doubt because he says, I saw Satchidananda emerge out of me and say, I incarnate in every age. Now, when we talk about incarnation, what is incarnated? Yes, is that truth which is the whole. Can it ever become a part? And the scriptures say, yes, it can. It is done through Maya, through a form of a kind of a limitation. The doctrine of an avatar is extensive. Sri Ramakrishna, however, in various aspects of his life, one time when he was suffering, he was ill and he couldn't speak. So he pointed out to his own chest and circled his finger all around. his disciples were looking around, and he looked at them questioningly. Did you understand? Everybody were blank, like us. Only Swami Vivekananda, he said, everything has emerged out of you. Everything in creation has emerged out of you. And Sri Ramakrishna beamed. He pointed out to all the other disciples, even Swami Brahmananda. He has understood. Now, when you see a person racked with pain, suffering from cancer, terminal, he's run down physically. And yet, he says, he points out to the fact that everything has emerged out of. This is the idea. Where does an incarnation come from? Do you know what happens? Your prayers, your tears, your hopes, your aspirations, all your frustrations, and all your joys also are responsible for making the impossible possible. An avatar is a response to all what you have been crying and praying and weeping and asking, who am I? Is there a God? This has been the constant search in the human heart. As long as there's an external world, it is always unknown and unknowable. We thought we knew it. It's not possible to even know it, but it's possible to know God. So all our prayers and all our questions and all our pains makes this infinite embody itself through Maya. Yes, that is a mystery, and that will always remain the mystery. The inner core, the dynamics will always be left away from us. So Sri Ramakrishna, where does he come from? Where does an avatar, where do any avatar come from? From your own hearts. He's not sitting down in heaven. Yeah, dismiss that idea. He comes down from your own hearts because your own heart was weeping and wailing. It had to be saved. It needed peace. It needed joy. It needed hope. It had all these questions. Because the Bhagavad Gita is clear, saying, Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddeshe arjunate. The Supreme Lord dwells in all beings in their hearts. So then avatar, because now this is the word which has become so current. Thanks to the movie also. So an avatar, he is a descent, avatara, that is a descent. He comes and behaves like us in response to all our pains and our prayers. And then after the play is over, his life serves as a mold, his life serves as an ideal. He also shows what future humanity is going to be like. If you think it's going to be anything like that movie, Avatar, sorry. No, it's not good. The future humanity will be like this: yoga, spirituality. The entire energy of the human beings will enter into its spiritual dimensions, not on its physical. We had enough of this. So it will enter deep inside. This will be future humanity. And Avatar comes to show what humanity will be. And so he lives the life of the entire universe. Our whole evolutionary history is lived in one lifetime by an avatar. He doesn't live only his lifetime, but the lifetime of the universe. We also, when we are born, we go through every stage of our evolution. From something like the fish-like, and here we are. We live our own evolution, and an avatar lives the evolution of the entire universe and shows what the future is going to be. Where does that avatar go? Back into your hearts. He had descended from there, he's gone back. And he is in a way manifesting himself through your thoughts, through your words, through your deeds. If you pay attention to your thoughts and words and deeds. And this is what an avatar is. The avatar does not disappear, but lives in us, amongst us, with us. He is a constant friend, a guide. He is a constant guardian angel. He is constantly with us. If you think, if you feel alone, remember that you have someone with you. Holy Mother says, remember you have a mother, and I am your real mother, the mother of the universe. That was what an avatar is. And his life is nothing but a meditation for us. When we read about him, listen to him, we can think about his life, and that becomes a form of spiritual practices. I'll end up with one small incident. Swami Vivekananda, when they were young, and there was a fascination for Buddhism, and they went down to Bodh Gaya, where Buddha had attained enlightenment. So they went there, and they returned after 3 days, and the rest of the disciples were agitated. Where did these guys disappear? 3 or 4 of them had left. They returned. Sri Ramakrishna was ill in Kashipur with that cancer, and he asked him, did you get anything? You travel all over, did you get anything? So he said like this, we know likes or dislikes, but in India, if you do it like this, it's cancelled. This time, everything is here. So all your spiritual, you can say, energy is now centered in Sri Ramakrishna, and Sri Ramakrishna is centered in you. Remember this. You are now always joined to that higher self. Om, peace, peace, peace. We have Raka singing.
There may be devotees who also can sing a little. Can they sing individually? We often have done that in the past.
We have a time limitation. So if Raka can, you can use here.
10 at least.
Yeah.
7:30.
Yeah.
Shakuli Tomari Icha on page 14. 14.
14.
Raka, take off your mask. It's too muffled. If you don't mind, please.
Shakuli tomari icha moi tara tumi tomar karma tumi karo loke bale koriami Shakuli tomari icha panke bada karo kori Pongure rangaugiri Pange bada karo kori gare garo adhagami, gare dhamma brahmapad, gare garo adhagami, shakuli tomari icha moi tara tumi, tomar karma tumi karo ma, loke vale koriami, shakuli tomari icha, ami jantra tumi jantri, ami ghar tumi gharoni, ami jantra tumi jantri, ami ghar tumi gharoni, ami rotha tumi roti, jemni jalao temni joli, ami rotha tumi roti, jemni jalao temni joli, shakuli tomari icha moi tara tumi, tomar karma tumi karma, loke vale koriami, shakuli tomari icha.
O Mother, all is done after thine own sweet will. Thou art in truth self-willed, Redeemer of mankind. Thou workest thine own work, men only call it theirs. Thou it is that holdest the elephant in the mire. Thou that helpest the lame man scale the loftiest mountain. On some thou dost bestow the bliss of Brahmanhood, yet others thou dost hurl into this world below. Thou art the moving force, and I the mere machine. The house am I, and thou the spirit dwelling there. I am the chariot, and thou the charioteer. I move alone as thou, O Mother, movest me.
Do we have any good, great singers here?
Don't be shy if you're a regular singer from years ago. we have had.
So we'll leave it to Raka
We
to.
have a pretty good one there.
Guru Ke Charana on page 29.
Guru ke charana chita dhariye mitava, Prabhu ke charana chita dhariye mitava, na kariye durjana ki sangat, na kariye durjana ki sangat, Guru ke charana chita dhariye mitava, Prabhu ke charana chita dhariye mitava, Guru ka naam avinashi pad hai, Guru ka naam avinashi pad hai, ka tat roga hamara ho jaye, naat sada simaran kariye, Guru ke charana chita dhariye mitava, Prabhu ke charana chita dhariye mitava, Nakariye Durjana ki sangat Nakariye Durjana ki sangat Guru ke charana chita dhariye mitva Prabhu ke charana chita dhariye mitva.
Oh, my friend, hold on to the feet of your guru. Avoid the company of people who do not live righteously. The guru's name is the eternal word. By his grace, the miseries of this world end, and one attains immortality. So remember the name of the Lord in the guru always.
As usual, we'll have the offered fruit, which is called prasad. Packet it, either can carry it away or you can have it down in the basement, which is the dining hall. And the last song for tonight till we break for food. That eating also is important, okay? It's part of the whole ritual.
Last song, Om Ramakrishnaya Vidmahe, on page 63. '63.
Om Ramakrishna Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahe Tano Brahma Prachodayat. Om, may we know and enter into the Lord Ramakrishna. Meditate on and live in that supreme seal of truth. Om, oh, the infinite Brahman, immortal bliss, do thou send this blessing to one and all. Om Tat Sat
Om Sthapaka cha dharmasya sarvadharma swarupine avatar varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padpadme Tayor Shritva Pranamami Muhur Muhur Namah Shri Atirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. Thank you for being here, and we live to love and serve the Lord, which is dwelling in us and in all beings. Peace, peace.